What's up, guys? So I figured to do a surprise live stream that wasn't planned. Talk about Supernatural. Maybe talk a little bit about the episode 14 coming someday soon, hopefully. Tell me, you guys, can you hear me? Yeah, does it sound good? Yeah, because on my end, doesn't even look like it's working. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's all good. Hello from Germany. Key SOS, what's up? Diana, what's up? All right, guys. So this is general Q&A. Can ask me anything, mostly supernatural related. I'm actually working on a video right now, very funny one. I'm gonna be releasing soon, and figured to do a quick live stream before I start editing the video. It's a bit of supernatural news. Yeah, all good, awesome. All right, let's see. Let's read the chat here. How are you guys doing? Remember, Supernatural is supposed to air Thursdays at 8 p.m. like the old time before they changed it to Mondays. What do you like more, Sam or Dean? Dean easily. I like Dean more. Why? He didn't ask why, but generally I just find him funnier. Like simple reason. Hi from state of Pennsylvania. What's up, Amanda? Let's see what else we have here. I should have worn my glasses because the writing is so small, and I wear glasses. Um, when is the next episode? No one knows. Unfortunately, no one knows when the next episode is. Someone speaking Arabic. I can read that, Misha Winchester, because I'm from Egypt, so better not say anything bad in Arabic. Favorite what? What's your accent from Egypt? There you go. I answered your question before I even got your message. Favorite season? That's an easy one. Season one. Season one is my favorite because it's where everything started. It was the darkest season, more like a horror movie, so it was pretty cool. And yeah, it's just focus on the bros, like full focus on them before the angels, God, the empty, Amara, angels, demons, all this heaven and hell stuff. And I'll always prefer season one the most. Do you like Jet? Jack? If not, what? No, not really. I don't like Jack much, honestly, because he's one of the characters that are very boring, in my opinion, very bland, especially when he's not turning evil. Plus, he takes the focus of the boys often, especially in season 14, was almost entirely focused on them, and I missed the boys in that last season, really, because of that. And yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of him. But when he's a demon Jack, when he's possessed by a demon at the beginning of season 15, that was pretty funny. Belphegor, Alex did a great job with that. And when he's turning evil, is very interesting too. Um, just so you know, guys, I might not be able to see everything flashing by in the chat. I have to find a way to slow it down. Um, I also have Streamlabs and Super Chat. If you're interested in donating, I'll definitely get your messages and questions this way for sure because it's a much lower number of messages. Actually, let me put this in the chat here to make it easier. I can pin this in the chat if you're interested in submitting your questions via Streamlabs. That would make it much easier. Alright, I'm putting in the chat now. See if I can pin that message. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely get those much easier. I'm still trying to figure out the new software I'm using. Sorry if it's taking a while, but yeah, I'm using different programs than I used last time. I haven't streamed in forever, so I'm checking the website. So if I get any messages through Streamlabs, it's supposed to give me an alert, and I'll be able to see all your messages there much easier. What about the necklace? I don't know what you mean, Christina. I don't know what you're asking about. I'm not wearing a necklace. Maybe you're asking about the Dean necklace I used to wear. It's still there. I don't know where it went, but maybe you're talking to someone else or something. Favorite character? I already answered this earlier. Dean, easily. Dean is awesome. What do you think of my What do you think of my Supernatural shirt? I got it from the latest box, Supernatural box that I'm unboxing on. Culturefly, and the background's pretty cool too. All right, what do we have here? Do you think everyone will move to the empty? That's my theory. No, that's a very depressing theory. I don't think I don't think everyone will move to the empty. Hope not. Just checking some things here, guys, making sure I have all the settings set right in that software I'm using. See, maybe if I can slow down the messages a little bit because it's so fast. I'm missing a lot of them. Let's see. Alright, just give me a second here. Okay. Alright, I'm back to the messages. Let's see. Hey, do you like Castiel? Yeah, of course I like Castiel. He's pretty cool. He's been with the boys since season 4. It's part of the family. I don't like the heaven related storylines too much, like the heaven focused storylines relating to Castiel. I prefer more in our world on Earth, hunting storylines with the boys and stuff like that. Would you want Genevieve and Daniel to come back when they begin to film the rest of season 15? Not necessarily. If the characters made sense to come back, sure, but not just because they're wives of the boys I want them to come back, only if the characters made sense. Alright, let's see what other questions we have here. Did Jensen Ackles keep Dean's ring? I don't know what you mean by that. What ring? You mean necklace? I wouldn't know anyway what Jensen's keeping. Who's your favorite character, not including the boys? It's a good question. Bobby comes to mind as probably right after the boys. Bobby is obviously a father figure to the boys. After John was too busy, hunting and avenging their mom, his wife, Bobby was more there for them, and we've seen more of him than John. Obviously, John showed briefly in early seasons, so Bobby is an awesome father figure for the boys that I really miss the original Bobby. I don't like the Apocalypse World Bobby too much. I prefer the original, obviously, because he feels authentic. He knows the boys. They have a history together. And I don't know why they haven't gone back to see what's going on with him in heaven. Last time we saw him, like, angels were gonna punish him for getting out or something. And season 10, I think it was. And we haven't seen him since, I think, that I remember. Not in flashbacks, anyway, like in real time. So I do miss him. Thanks, Joey. She says loves my videos. Let's see what other messages we have here. I miss Crowley. Yeah, I made a recent video about him. Not really. I don't miss Crowley because, again, his character wasn't going anywhere. The same thing he thinks in his video. I agree with him. The writers didn't know what to do with him anymore, so they just killed him off. But I wish it was done better, how he ended his storyline. Why does Supernatural must end? It doesn't have to end. It doesn't. Even the boys keep saying it doesn't really have to end. It could have gone for many more years and still be good. They're just ending it officially for now. And as you know, guys, I always talk about possibilities for a comeback. I always cover the hints of a comeback, and there's big hope in that. So I'm looking forward for the show to come back someday, hopefully not too far in the future. Someone says Blue Lotus. Agree. I guess you mean it was my Crowley talk I was just talking about. What is your favorite season gag reel? Oh my god, this is a very tough one. I don't know. It's also funny, obviously. What's the funniest? Season 12 was particularly funny, even the season was pretty bad, but the gag reel was pretty funny. I remember like one of the most memorable ones is season 12, but also the early seasons one, season 1 to 3, which happened to be my favorite seasons too. I really like the gag reels there too, even before Misha came and they started like playing pranks on him and stuff. But obviously the funniest will always be like the Misha pranks from season 4 and beyond when Alex came, the pranks on Alex too. But I still like the first 3 seasons, you know. What do you think the ending will be? Man, that is, or woman. I don't know. I don't know what the ending will be. It's a big question there. I hope they don't die, because death is not final in Supernatural. So what does it even mean to end? Doesn't make any sense. To end with the death of the boys. Actually, ending the show doesn't make any sense too. So there you go. It should never end. What do you think about Supernatural movie? Yeah, I would love to see a Supernatural movie. The boys talked about being open to that in the future, but I prefer the series comeback, obviously, because that's more prolonged, the more like ongoing thing, rather than a one-time movie. Yeah, so I'd like to see a movie, definitely, but prefer a series. Maybe a short run for the series when it comes back, hopefully someday soon. Do you think he could win in a boxing match against Crowley? Oh, hell no, Clark. Because he is a king of hell, at least before he died, and he has telepathy, and he could have killed the boys and anyone else getting close to him years ago, from humans anyway, but he could just do this, and the fight will be over. He wouldn't even entertain a boxing match, but yeah, I think he's a little more powerful than a human, even in a boxing match, so if he just wants to box, he's probably still gonna win. And even if he loses, he's gonna win, right? Do you like Distiel or Cestiel? No, I don't. I think it annoys actors, and I don't like it. No, not a fan. I don't do shipping. I see a lot of questions about shipping. No, I don't do any shipping. Let's see. Do you think that the actors Misha and Jensen should get together? What? No, they're married to. They have beautiful wives and children. Why would they? Crazy questions. What is your favorite Castiel season? I don't think of any season as Castiel season. They did focus on him a lot in like season 8, which is not my favorite season, one of my least favorite. So I would say the Castiel focus seasons are not my favorite because they focus too much on Heaven storylines, and those bore me to hell. I mean, the irony of that joke. Yeah, not a big fan of Heaven storylines, so I prefer where Cass little is more with Castiel. You know what I mean? If they try to give him too much with the Heaven storylines, it gets too boring. But if he's helping the boys with like the hunts, or even from season 4 to 5, like the big story arc, stopping the apocalypse, that was fun. Beginning of season 5, end of season 4 was pretty fun. Castiel with the boys fighting the zombies and stuff. That's one of my favorite parts of recent seasons, easily. Um, are you German? No, I'm Egyptian. That's where my accent's from. Supernatural game, yes or no? Yeah, I mean it would be fun. I'm not big on games. Like the main game I play is soccer games on PlayStation, football/soccer, particularly Pro Evolution Soccer. So I would still play obviously Supernatural game, but I'm not a big gamer outside of soccer games. Who do you like more, Dean, Sam, or Cass? Dean, I already answered like a question like that earlier. Dean is my favorite. He has been since season 1, continues to be, not gonna change. What do you think about Jensen and Jared's friendship with Stephen Amell? I know they're very close friends, but I don't watch Arrow or follow Steve Amell's like news and stuff, so don't care much for it. Yeah, not a fan of Arrow. Egyptian, wow, that's awesome. Well, cool. Thanks. Favorite and least favorite episode? Sarah, greeting to you too. My most favorite, I've thought about this for a while. Scarecrow happens to be one of my most favorite episodes because it has everything. It has a drama. The boys kind of have a fight and separate, for one, and it has a comedy. Dean was Scarecrow Town, the crazy people, culty people in the town. The cult about they're feeding like the god in Scarecrow. And it has a cameo by cigarette smoking man from X Files, William B. Davis, I believe the actor name. He's pretty awesome. I love him. He's a librarian guy. He's an evil librarian guy who knocks Dean out, or helps knock him out with the deputy guy. So I love that episode for many reasons, including that cameo. Very funny. I hope your apple pie is freaking worth it. I mean, how can you not love that episode? um, let's see what we have here. Do you think Jack will become God? I hope not. I think that's what they're trying to allude to, obviously, with everything that's been happening, especially in the last episode. Him going to the Garden of Eden, getting his soul back. Obviously feels guilty for killing Mary, apologizing to the boys. At the end of the episode, that's what we last saw from Supernatural. And he kind of becomes a symbol of light, God, whatever. That's what they're trying to symbolize anyway, I think. I don't want him to become God. To answer your question, I would say I think they're not gonna go through with it because it's too obvious, and they have to give us some twist at the end. It can't be that obvious, right? Mara will have a big role, in my opinion, because when I did an interview with Emily Swallow a while ago, obviously she confirmed she will have a big role to stop God, but how are they gonna solve like the whole balance of the universe thing without killing? They can't kill God or Amara because the balance will go away, unless that was a lie. I doubt it was a lie. Are they gonna trap God again? Kind of obvious. Are gonna kill God and Jack becomes God? I hope not. What's your favorite cast Insta? That's a very specific question. Favorite Instagram from a cast member? Jared doesn't post a lot. He's notorious for that. He barely posts, so I can't say Jared's Instagram. I would say Jensen. He posts every once, not very often too, but has pretty cool posts, I guess. Yeah, I already answered the cast question. I got it. How do you think Supernatural will end? Again, this is a repeated question that, again, who knows? There are multiple theories. I'm actually thinking of doing a live stream with Supernatural ending theories, like kind of compiling all the internet theories about Supernatural ending and discussing it with you guys live sometime. What do you think of that? Let's do that sometime. Sounds cool. But what do I think? I think the boys obviously will have a big role in beating God, and I think God might actually back off from his crazy, insane plan to like destroy everything and force the boys to comply, and he might just back off at the end, and he doesn't have to die. Jack doesn't have to be God, and the boys can continue hunting. My ideal ending: the boys keep hunting and kind of like fade to black at the end of the boys in Impala, driving in the sun toward the sunset, and keep on going, keep fighting, keep hunting. That's my ideal ending to Supernatural. Do I think that's what's gonna happen? I don't know, obviously, but that's what I want. Do you ever cry during an episode? Yeah, a lot of episodes. Pretty much almost every time Dean cries, I cry. Like, it's not specifically Dean related, but it's both Sam and Dean. When the werewolf episode, Sam's girlfriend werewolf, when he has to kill her, and Dean is also crying for Sam. So you cry for Sam and you cry for Dean, crying for his bro too. One of my most memorable and favorite scenes in a series, easily. Who's the worst character? Oh my god, there's a lot. Not a lot. I mean, a big number in recent seasons. Metatron, especially at the beginning, I really hated Metatron. Asmodeus, oh my god, he has to be my least favorite ever. I hated that character. Like, I found nothing redeeming about this character, and I'm glad Gabriel disintegrated him after he hesitated. Hey, Dawn, have you ever ate a chicken nugget? Yeah, I did. Before I became vegan, I was eating all kinds of animals, but I changed my view on animals. Now I respect animals' lives, so I don't eat them anymore. That's it. Uh, yeah, you ate Metatron too. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, fans, will agree with me on that. You think they will return? Of course they will. You remind me of an article I just did a response video to, like the funny video I was filming before I went live. I'm gonna be editing that video soon. I'm probably releasing it tomorrow. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this one. It's one of the funniest supernatural news articles I've ever read. It almost sounds like a joke, but Unfortunately, it's not a joke. You'll find out when I release the video. It's pretty funny. Let's see what we have here. Would you grow a mullet for $1 billion? Yeah, $1 billion, man. Like, it's so easy, right? Easy, yes. What is your what's your favorite character? Again, what's your female character? You mean what's your favorite female character? Let's see, Joe. I like Joe. Ellen and Joe were some of my most favorite. Bella was kind of annoying, like kind of mean, but she was also like witty. She had this wit to her, back and forth with the boys. Was fun interactions with the boys. So yeah, I would like to see Bella come back, and actress wants to come back, so that'd be cool. See what other questions we have here. Uh, Sucked when Benny died. I wasn't a big fan of Benny. He was cool. He was a good friend to Dean, but I wasn't like big on like the bromance between Dean and Benny. Like taking that relationship again took a lot of time away from the bros relationship in that season. Season 8, which happens to be one of my least favorite because Sam didn't look for Dean. That's terrible. Like one of the worst mistakes writers have made, and even Jerry talked about that in a few conventions. How he regrets that whole storyline and really made a big like there was a big like distance between the boys because of that incident of Sam not looking for Dean and going with Emilia, one of my least favorite characters too. Didn't make any sense. Bella as a demon, yes or no? Sure, yeah. I mean, she went to hell, right? She had a deal. So it would be cool if she comes back as a demon. It would be a nice change to her character when she does come back. Let's see. If you could bring back one character, who would it be? Let me think. Bobby, original Bobby, easily. Not Apocalypse World, obviously. Original Bobby. He just made the series so much better. One of the few characters, in my opinion, that actually improved the series and made it much more about family, much more connected, and especially the boys' relationship got even better and closer. I think when Bobby started showing up, and yeah, gotta love Bobby. He's awesome. Loves a prank war, of course. I covered all the boys' pranks in a video. It's on my channel. I made it a while ago. Love boys' pranks. Obviously, in real life, they love pranking each other. Do you think Jensen would be a great superhero actor if he played a superhero back? Hold on, I'm missing this message. Uh, oh, who do I see Jensen as if he does play a superhero? I mean, let's see. Obviously, Batman. I would love to see him as Batman. He played Red Hood in Batman Under the Red Hood, one of my favorite animation movies for Batman, and he did great in that. I would love to see a live action version of that, but I would really like to see him as Batman. Really, that would be awesome because, as we know, Dean is Batman. So it would be cool if he gets a variation of Batman. Obviously, not the next Batman because it's already taken by Twilight guy. What do you think were? Who do you think will return if Jack for 15th season? I don't know that question, and that question is not doesn't make sense. Sorry, I don't get it. Let's see. Bobby compilation. I have a Bobby Idjit video. Idjits made it a while ago. Look it up on my channel. Bobby saying Idjits. That was a cool video. Funny. Did you cry when Joe died? Ellen and Joe. I don't remember if I cried the first time when I watched that episode or even in the rewatches. It's just very emotional. Maybe yeah, maybe I did a little bit. What makes me cry in a death is John's death. Really heartbreaking one. Bobby's death, obviously. The whole episode is heartbreaking. Um, when is the show gonna come back? They said in the fall. They aim to come back in the fall, but anything can happen, and further delays can delay it further. Who knows how long it will take? Who do you think will come back after finishing the show? Do you think they you mean will come back after finishing the show? Yeah, I think it's an official ending now, but they want to come back, do shorter seasons in the future. I don't know if it's gonna be on a same network, maybe a different network or a streaming service like Netflix. Even Jared talked about that a few times. Obviously, I would love that for them to come back. Let's see what we have here. Just checking some stuff in the settings. Do you think Demon Sam? Do you miss Demon Sam? Not necessarily. He was cool. He was a cool variation on Sam's character, having the demon powers and kind of going crazy. And I didn't like how obviously this caused issues between the bros. They had to have fights and stuff. No, don't really miss him for that. Guys, whoever is spamming, please stop spamming so I don't have to block you. Someone keeps spamming the same messages over and over again. Yeah, you keep spamming. That's not good. God stops that. Yeah, just ask the question once. If I miss it, just ask later maybe, but don't ask it 10 times in a row. Do you think another actor could have played any if the roles better? It's a very general question. What roles? It's very general. I think everyone got their roles perfectly, especially the main ones, obviously. Dean, Sam and Dean almost got flipped. Like Jameson almost played Sam at the beginning, before Jared went on to get the role. So that would have been interesting to see. But I'm glad we got, I'm glad we got the same setup like we do now. Sam, Jared, Dean, Jensen. It's perfect. And we have our first super chat donation. Charlie, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the super chat. One of the most active fans on my channel. Awesome guy. He says, Leo, just thanks for being awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being awesome too. One of the most dedicated fans to Supernatural and the most active ones on my channel. Thanks for the donation, man. Super chat donation. Uh, am I just I'm just now getting the alert for that in the software I'm using. Yeah, there's a little bit of delays there, but I got it in that live chat. Let's see if I can make the messages bigger so I can actually answer you better, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can make it a little bigger. Hold on. All right, let's see what questions. What's your favorite of Jensen Ackles' songs covers? Sounds of Someday. I'm obsessed with this song. I replay it all the time, pretty much. Drowning, obviously, was a great one. Jensen is. What can he do, right? He does everything very good. Do you like Uriel? No. Speaking of addressing an earlier question, what characters I don't like, one of my least favorite is Uriel. Was one of the biggest douches on the show, along with Metatron, or Metadouche, as Dean calls him, I think. Yeah, definitely wasn't a fan of either of those characters. Uriel's coming back, unfortunately. This sucks. Hopefully it doesn't take too much screen time. Charlie, yeah, you got it, man. Thank you. Any favorite Lucifer moments? There's so many Lucifer moments. Like yeah, the banter he had with Mary in Apocalypse World was pretty funny, and obviously every time he disintegrates someone who hesitates, especially the angels in Apocalypse World, he just does this and disintegrates a whole group of angels. That was pretty awesome. Misha as Cassifer, his confrontation with God was also a strong point. Obviously, I prefer Mark, but I wish Mark wasn't in that moment. But Misha did a pretty good job, kind of imitating Mark Pellegrino, and that's one of the most emotional scenes. His confrontation with God. And turns out Lucifer was right all along, right, Charlie? He was right all along. God was never on anyone's side. I didn't like Abaddon. Yeah, another character I didn't like. It's a good point here. So Abaddon, Uriel, Metatron, didn't like any of them. A lot of recent seasons characters have been pretty douchey, like Asmodeus, obviously. Yeah, not a big fan of those guys. Let's see what we have here. I think it's funny that Jerry played Dean on Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I was never a fan of Gilmore Girls, but it's an ongoing joke between the boys how Jared was the original Dean, so that was pretty funny. Yeah. All right, let's see what we have here. What is your favorite episode in season 13? The whole season wasn't my favorite overall, but if I have to pick from season 13, was Scooby Natural season 13? I think so. Or season, not 14. Okay, remind me. Was it season 13, Scooby Natural? Yeah? Can I get confirmation in the chat here? Do you hope to see? Yeah, guys, Scooby Natural, was it season 13? Yeah, let me just check. Scooby Natural. Yeah, it is season 13. I guess I would say Scooby Natural then. It's an easy one. Scooby Natural is my favorite episode in season 13. Cool. Yeah, your messages are kind of delayed, so it takes a while to get to like the point I was just talking about to see it in the chat. So gotta wait a little bit. Let's see what other questions we have. Do you think it's weird that in season 5, where they were chasing Pestilence with the Winchesters wearing masks, was it weird? No. You mean they weren't wearing masks? I think that's what you're trying to say there. I guess masks wouldn't do anything with Pestilence. He's one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, so no, it's not weird. It's weird they can't beat Pestilence to begin with. That's weird. But they have the plot armor of heroes, so that's how the boys beat all these big bads, no matter how the odds are slim, pretty much. Do you like? Did you like Jensen Ackles in 10-Inch Hero? Actually, I haven't seen that movie till now. It looks fun, but doesn't look like my type of movie. It looks pretty silly, but would be cool to watch it sometime because that's how he met Daniela, right? Would be cool to watch it. I'll check it out sometime. Let's see. If Dean was an actor, what role would you think he would play? Interesting question. If Dean was an actor, well, he kind of played. Didn't he play himself in French Mistake? Like he was playing an actor, playing Jensen, playing Dean. Oh my God, it's a big headache thinking of French Mistake. I guess he would play himself, like he did in French Mistake. Play an actor playing Jensen, playing himself. Let's see what we have here. Relating to COVID-19 today, do you think they are warning us? I mean, we did have the Hoard the Toilet Papers by Chuck in season 5, episode the end, so there you go. We had a prediction a long time ago. How do you want Supernatural to end? Love your shirt. Thanks, I just got it. In a new unboxing, the latest unboxing video I have, check it out. I got it through that. How do I want it to end? I mentioned this, I already answered this earlier. The boys driving toward the sunset, keep hunting, keep fighting, and, life goes on, pretty much. Doesn't end at anything. Ending, pretty much. That's what I want. If you were to be a character in Supernatural, what type of character would you be? Maybe just a hunter who helps the boys with a Monster of the Week hunt, like a one-off Monster of the Week hunt, since those happen to be my favorite episodes. That'd be cool. I'd like to help the boys out. Be awesome. Favorite Archangel, easy. That's an easy one. Lucifer. He's so funny. He was right about God all along. He's right about humans too, destroying the planet and everything. So, Lucifer, 100%. I wish he comes back before season 15, I'm gonna call it, not the ending. I'm call it season 15 ends. I hope he comes back. And Mark Pellegrini kind of alluded to that in recent recent panel I covered on my channel that Lucifer might come back before season 15 ends. So that'd be pretty awesome. I'd love to see him confront God, and he's been right about him all along. So that'd be pretty cool. Let's see what we have here. How long I've been streaming? A little bit over half an hour. I'm gonna close it at like an hour. Sounds pretty reasonable. Been answering tons of your questions. Who's your favorite villain from Supernatural? I guess you can say Lucifer too, even if Mark doesn't consider himself to be a villain, but I would say Yellow Eyes more on the villain side. Yellow Eyes was pretty cool. It was one of the most intimidating and most badass villains on the show. The original Big Bad of the early seasons. I wish he comes back. That'd be cool. I think Jensen said he would like Yellow Eyes to come back so he can kill him again. So yeah, I would like to see that. Yellow Eyes is pretty funny. Azazel. Would you want a big CW crossover? I'm assuming you mean with Supernatural. No, not really. I'm not interested in other CW shows, so wouldn't even get the crossover because I don't watch any of the other shows. Just want to watch Supernatural. Keep it on CW forever. I would love that. Do you review the missed questions? No, I can't do that, unfortunately, Sylvia, because they flash by so quick. Like literally, it's going like this. The only questions I can always see are the super chat donations and the Streamlabs donations, which is linked in the video description. Because they stay in one area, I can just go back to them anytime. So yeah, if you like to support the stream and get your questions guaranteed to get answered, definitely look into that. Streamlabs donations and super chat donations. Do you really think Chuck is a real god on Supernatural? Yes, definitely. I'm sick of the theories that Chuck is not God, he's been fake, whatever. No, there's no basis for that. And Amara would have known as his sister if he was not real. I mean, that's an easy tell right there. Chuck is God, 100%. Alright, let's see. Who do you think had the greatest growth in character? It's a tough question because pretty much most of the main ones did. I would say Sam. I would say just quick thinking of which character of the main ones. Sam started off as kind of bratty, kind of like rebellious against his father, even against Dean. He ran away a few times from Dean and from his dad. He was pretty aggressive early on. Wasn't a big fan of him in the early seasons. He was pretty rude to Dean. Like if you go back and rewatch the early seasons, wasn't very nice. So now he's much better, much more mature, obviously, with age, with experience, and kind of like getting closure and a lot of his personal issues. So Sam, I think Sam got pretty decent character development on Supernatural. The boys still hide things from each other though. He thinks he would be past that by now, but it still happens. Much lesser now than it used to, for sure. Who's your favorite demon? Meg is one of them. She's pretty cool. Who else? Favorite demon? Bella was. I like the dynamic. Well, Bella wasn't a demon. She might come back as a demon now. So I'd say Meg. Ruby, I guess, was. First Ruby. I like the first Ruby more as a demon. Favorite creature or monster? Let me think. Oh, well, it depends on what kind of aspect you're talking about. But if you're talking about being scary, maybe or interesting, Wendigo, episode 2. I think it's episode 2. Yeah, was one of the most monster-looking monsters. Actually, the most I've seen on a series. Monster actually looks like a monster, doesn't look like a boring human with colorful eyes, like all the monsters that have been on the show so far. So I would love to see another Wendigo for Chuck's sake. Bring us another Wendigo. We only had the one Wendigo. I want to see another practical effects, another suit, monster suit, whatever. Yeah, Wendigo, definitely. That's my answer. What's your favorite episode and why? I already answered this earlier, Sylvia. Scarecrow. Why? Because it has everything. drama, it had the comedy. Dean's jokes are hilarious in it. I hope your apple pie was freaking worth it. One of my all-time favorite lines. Yeah, and it had a great cameo by cigarette smoking man from X Files. He was a librarian. So Scarecrow, one of my favorites, if not the most favorite episode, was pretty cool. Underrated episode, in my opinion. How did you get the actors to do your outros? That's a secret. I'll keep that a secret, Sylvia. Who's better in your opinion, Dean, Sam, or Castiel? Better in what way? That's pretty general question there. I guess you can ask what's my favorite is, which I answered earlier. Dean, easily. Dean is my favorite. Um, because he's funnier. He's the funniest one, I think, in my opinion, like the wittiest. He's the closest to Bobby in like humor in the jokes. He hasn't been joking a lot or having a lot of like levity to his character in recent seasons. I wish he goes back to old Dean, season 1 to 5 Dean. It was pretty fun, much more fun than he is now, definitely. If you're in the cast, which character? I already answered this one. Maybe a hunter helping the boys in a case, that'd be cool. I'm going to cry when the show ends. Yep, same here. But I have hope it will come back, so it's a good thing. And we have Jared in the new show Walker in January, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna have him straight after season 15 ending, so it's gonna be weird seeing him ending Supernatural and jumping straight into Walker. I don't know. It's gonna be super weird seeing him a different character. I'll always see him as Sam. Sam, Cowboy Sam. That's what I'm gonna call him in Walker. Cowboy Sam. Like he was in that episode in season 6 on Supernatural. Yeah, Sylvia, you got it. Who's your least favorite Archangel? Least favorite Archangel. Okay, so I told you the favorite is Lucifer, the least favorite. Oh, easy. Raphael had almost zero charisma, was very robotic. It was a stereotypical villain. He had a great voice though, like a horror movie voice. Reminded me of Candyman from the movie Candyman. And Dean also makes a joke about he says something like your candy ass or something. And I think this was a reference, direct reference to Candyman movie. It's an interesting horror movie if you haven't seen it. An older horror movie that is considered like a classic. So yeah, look up Candyman. He sounds like him. Raphael's my least favorite archangel. There you go. Yeah, keep the hopes up. Definitely, we'll always keep the hopes up on its channel for sure. And anything, any hints, I'll keep covering them about the show coming back. Always on his channel. Do you feel the show has gone a little too SJW in the past few years? A little bit. I feel like it did a little bit without going into too much detail because there's so many threads and storylines to go into. I prefer season 1 to 5 was pure, just enjoyable adrenaline rush on the show, action, family. There was not a lot of agendas in there. Uh, okay, let's see. Oh, and it was online Supernatural Cons was what's going on. You got to meet some awesome people. Any favorite moments? Charlie. Yeah, I met pretty much all of them, or at least most of them. Favorite moments. I liked my meeting with Gabriel, Richard Spade. He sounded exactly like Gabriel. Surprise, surprise. Like, I'm not just talking about his voice, like his mannerisms. He's pretty witty and pretty funny in person, so I really like meeting him. Matt Cohen was pretty nice in person. Um, it's a nice gentleman. Favorite moment was meeting the other, like the main ones, maybe. Jared was very friendly in person. Well, I think one of the most friendly was Jared. They seemed generally tired and they didn't want to say much in general, but yeah, Jared was pretty warm, especially the second time I met him. And Jensen was better the second time around too. I made a video when I first met Jensen and Jared. You can find it on my channel. Didn't have the best experience the first time, but the second one was much better. I don't think I made a video on the second experience, but I talked about it in other videos. It was definitely much better meeting them the second time around than the first time. Yes, season 1 to 5 badass, 100%. The best seasons, they'll always be the best seasons in my opinion. All right, let's see what we have here. How long have we been? 45 minutes. Okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna close an hour. So 50 more minutes. So if you have any other questions, you have 15 minutes till the end of the stream. We have a donation here from Die Zombie 67. He didn't say anything, but or she didn't say anything, but appreciate the donation. Thanks, Die Zombie 67. Appreciate it. Super chat. Heads up, if you donate through Streamlabs, you have almost unlimited, not unlimited, but a much bigger character limit, and you can write a much longer message. So, much better if you donate through Streamlabs and Super Chat. Just heads up. See, who's your favorite police FBI character? I really like Victor Henriksen. I didn't like Henriksen at all. Was that his name, Henriksen? Yeah, haven't seen those seasons in a long time. He was very douchey, but he got better once he realized what the boys are doing. They're genuine, they're honest. I liked his transformation for sure, but for the longest time, he was one of the most annoying and douchey characters. My favorite police or FBI character. Jodie was pretty cool, especially in the early seasons. Kind of dragged in the recent seasons, but in the early seasons was pretty cool. Who else was a good police or FBI character? None really comes to mind. But I'm gonna switch from FBI police to like lawyers. The lawyer who helped Dean and Sam when he got locked up in the early seasons, she was pretty cool. She helps them get out and get rid of the ghost, the monster, whatever it was in that episode. So yeah, a lot of those side characters really do a good job supporting the boys, even if they're supposed to be against them. Let's see what else we have here in the questions in the chat. Your hard work producing all the content for us is greatly appreciated. Thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks. I do my best, you know. There's a great video coming, by the way. It should be out tomorrow. Very funny one, so look forward to that one. Do you like Mark's, Jared's, Misha's version of Lucifer's best? Which one's the best? It's an easy one. They all did great, but Mark Pellegrino obviously is the original Lucy, the best Lucifer in all of the shows and movies, in my opinion. He's the funniest, the wittiest, the most charismatic. He was born to play Lucifer, in my opinion, and yeah, hopefully we see him get back before season ends. I would love to see his interactions with Eichel, Adam/Michael. I would love to see how he's gonna interact because we haven't seen Mark Pellegrino Lucifer interact with Michael before our Michael, did we? I don't think we have. He interacted. We had Samifer interact with Michael in season 5, but I would love to see Eichel versus Lucifer. That'd be awesome. Who's your favorite female character? I answered this earlier. Ellen and Joe, two of the most favorite. I also like the girl who helped Dean or was trapped with Dean in the Scarecrow episode. She was a good one in her family. Her family were crazy, psychotic family, but she was actually good. She didn't want to hurt anyone, and she tried to warn Dean. Yeah, she was cool. Charlie says, will you be wanting to get any of the SPN screen use props if they auction them off like an Angel Blade or something like that? I don't know, Charlie. I'm not a big collector, but, you know, if it's convenient to get it, sure. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. I don't like to buy things that are just for decoration. I like to only buy things I'm gonna use. I'm kind of a minimalist. Like all the stuff I've been getting was like the props and like the supernatural merchant stuff sent to me by Culture Fly. So I get that for free for viewing purposes pretty much. So I wouldn't go out of my way to buy like props or things like that, but those would be cool for a background someday to put as like a background to videos. But I only mostly buy things that are necessary that I'm gonna use. Supernatural must never end. I agree with you. It must never end. Really don't want it to end. Alright guys, we have 10 minutes left. We're gonna close it off on an hour. It's been awesome. Answered tons of questions. A little tired now. What is this movie you speak of? I don't know don't know if you're asking me that question or you're talking to someone else. Did I talk about movies? I don't think I talked about movies. Do you think Charlie will make an appearance somehow in the last 7 episodes? Yeah, I think they already confirmed in an article early on that both Charlies, as if one is not enough, both of them, the original and Apocalypse World, Charlie will come back in the last 7 episodes. So there's your answer. You already asked favorite season Castiel. I think this question was already asked. I don't have a favorite season Castiel. I just have favorite supernatural season, and it happens to be season one without Castiel. What is what in your opinion was the most illogical storyline in all seasons? I touched on this earlier, Ava. When Sam didn't look for Dean season 8 when he went to Purgatory and he just went to spend his life with Emilia, that was terrible. Didn't make any sense. Also, I think he refused to apologize to Dean a little later. That was crazy too. Didn't make any sense. It's not very characteristic of Sam. But he apologized to him eventually, but it was too late in my opinion. Oh, Candyman. There you go. The movie I was talking about a long time ago. Like half an hour ago. It's a horror movie. Raphael sounds like the villain, like the monster in that movie. Candyman. What is your favorite weapon? I'm assuming from Supernatural. Oh, the Colt is pretty cool. There you go. The sawed off shotgun, shooting salt bullets. That's pretty cool too. Especially in the early seasons, they used it a lot. What's your What do you think about Lucifer? What way you see him? I don't know. The question doesn't. I don't understand any question. I love Lucifer. There you go. What I think of Lucifer. Let's see what we have here. Oh, chat is kind of frozen. Let's see. Do you think God should be more powerful? In the movie, it seems weak every time. What's your opinion? Movie? What movie? You mean in a show? Yeah, I think he should be more powerful than he seems on the show. I mean, he is pretty powerful, but we haven't seen like a lot of crazy displays of his power aside from the meteor shower when he destroyed that world, the alternate world. But they haven't really utilized his powers much. To answer your question, I guess. Let's see what we have. All right. 53 minutes. All right, we're getting close. Do you prefer. Oh, the messages are flying by. Do you prefer Monsters of the Week episodes or the more plot filled episodes? Well, first of all, I disagree with characterizing the Monsters of the Week episodes as a filler as opposed to plot filled episodes. I think Monsters of the Week episodes are the best ones, so those are my favorites. And they are the basis of the show, how the show was built, especially obviously in the beginning. And actually, I would have enjoyed the show much more if it stayed this way all the seasons. I disagree when someone says you have to have a big overarching storyline to continue. No. X Files did both and had a lot of Monsters of the Week episodes. And Supernatural is obviously inspired by X Files, and they could have had many more Monsters of the Week episodes not related to the main storylines, and would have been more fun because the main storyline is often boring, in my opinion, and slow. So yeah, definitely Monsters of the Week episodes, 100%. Who do you think is the best Castiel that is not Castiel? What do you mean? That question doesn't make sense, Ellie. Best monsters have to be Leviathan. I don't think so. They were kind of corny, I guess. They had this big mouth, face mouth. It was pretty bad CGI for Leviathans, but I did like the season though. A lot of people hate on season 7. I think it was one of the best and last great seasons, in my opinion, from the old era of Supernatural. It was pretty dark. Could have been lighter, obviously. But yeah, season 7 is one of the best seasons, in my opinion, and I love rewatching it when I rewatch the whole series. I always enjoy season 7 rewatches. Um, oh, you're asking favorite version of Castiel, I guess? because that's technically not Castiel. But okay, Cassifer, future Cass, or like the other Casses. Cassifer, so easy. He was pretty good. He invented "He who hesitates disintegrates," so gotta love him for that. And it was improvised line, perfect. Misha did a great job with that line. One of my favorites of all time now. Thanks for answering all the questions. I greatly appreciate your hard work and dedication and you put into making your videos. You always cheer me up. Thanks, Ava. Appreciate this nice message. Alright, guys, we're almost done. We have 4 minutes before I end the stream. So if you have last questions in the last few minutes, feel free to submit them. Let's see. There's a little delay in the chat, so I have to wait a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun live streams coming up about like the end theories, about the upcoming episodes and cool stuff like that. So I'm planning to do more of them. I hope you enjoyed this one so far, and yeah, we'll do many more in the future. We'll still have a few minutes though, so we'll answer a few more questions here. If you could pick any character to come back, who would it be and why? I already answered this earlier. Bobby, because he's awesome. He's a best father figure to the boys, at least the present one. I love John still, but Bobby's more. I think he's closer to the boys from what we've seen on the series anyway. Do you think Lucifer is still supercharged by Jack's grace? I think Lucifer is dead, so he's not supercharged by anything. Yeah, not so much. Don't think Lucifer has much of any power left. Jack like pushed the door closed on him last time pretty easily. Couldn't do anything. Which supernatural character do you think your personality most resembles? Interesting question, Ava. Let's see. More like Sam, I think, especially modern Sam, not the early season Sam. He's more on a quiet personality type, I guess, which is kind of my personality. Like to read a lot. I'm more into videos, but I also like reading. And we have a super chat donation by Amanda Lowell. Appreciate it. Thanks for the donation, Amanda. She says, I just wanted to thank you for all the great videos you make. Love them all. The info, laughs, I get. Just thank you for taking the time for the fans. I appreciate it, Amanda. Thank you so much for being a fan of my work, and I'm glad you enjoy it and you appreciate the work I put in my videos. Yeah, thanks for the super chat donation. Really appreciate it. Look out for tomorrow's video. It's gonna be pretty funny. I just finished filming it before the live stream. It's this funny news article I found about Supernatural season 15, the comeback. You're not gonna believe like how ridiculous the article is. So I made a whole video breaking it down. It's a good laugh. So check that video out tomorrow. It should come out tomorrow. Shouldn't take longer than that, I think. Alright, let's see. Thanks again, Amanda, for the super chat donation. Let's see what other questions we have. Before we end the stream, we have a few seconds left. Let's answer one last question. Let's see. What do you think about Zombie Attack Sam and Dean with Cass? You think is good movie or not? Yeah, doesn't make much sense, this question. Like, it's trying to understand what I'm trying to say. I guess you're asking about when zombies attack Sam and Dean and Cass at the end of season 14 and coming towards the beginning of season 15. I talked about this earlier. This was one of my most favorite moments in the whole series, especially with the song God Was Never on Your Side playing. It was a whole revelation of God being the big bad of the whole series, essentially. And the zombies attacking the boys, and they kind of standing in a circle, getting ready. That was one of the most epic shots and epic fights in the series. Too bad it was kind of rushed, didn't take too long. But reminding me of the early seasons, the dark seasons, 1 to 3 specifically, I wish we see more of that. It was just a one-off great moment in the recent seasons, in my opinion. Gives me chills every time I watch that scene. And if you go watch my reaction to season 14 finale, I really geek out at this moment. The zombies attack. I hope we see more of that before season 15 ends. Alright, guys, so that was the last question. Cue the last question song from the cons. It's been an hour and it's been awesome. I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and I'll be doing more. I'll be doing a lot more to come, hopefully, discussing supernatural theories, ending theories, and stuff like that. We'll do some fun live streams. I hope you enjoyed it and answered a lot of your questions. Thanks to everyone who donated through Super Chat. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for your support. And I'll see you next time. Until next time, no chick flick moment.